Hello everyone and welcome to Divine Journey 2 episode 6. Sorry there's been a bit of a long wait for this one. I am back, obviously. I got back when I said I would, but I was very tired and I just didn't have the time to record the episode till right now. So thank you for bearing with me and let's get started. Now, last episode we got AE2 and that's about all I remember doing. I don't know if I did other things on camera or not, but over here I have made a little energized dark ingot. Oh, we haven't actually touched a dark ingot. How many must I touch to get the quest? Right, I will need 4, so I've turned this off for now. But I will quickly explain. I don't know if I showed this in the last episode or not, but we're going to show it again. Basically, we need energized dark steel, or dark ingots, not dark steel. These are good because they make dark steel, in fact, which I forgot, but also sort of remembered. So they're very good and very useful and will need a lot. And luckily for us, they're not really very expensive. It's mostly just coal and oil sand. I mean, technically it's just oil sand, but we're going for a bit of pulverized coal as well because that's always nice. So the first step is to actually make the dark ingots, which is very easy. It is just bitumen and tar. We have some tar from over here, which I'll explain in a minute, but we also get tar as a byproduct of pulverizing oil sands, and every time you pulverize an oil sand you also get 3 bitumen guaranteed. So the recipe for the dark ingot is just bitumen and tar in an induction smelter. This is very slow because it's not upgraded or anything. It's got a augment on it. I don't know what that does. Oh, it means that things might not be consumed. I don't know if that's even useful to us, but whatever. We are making dark ingots and there's the quest. That's good. And to make it into energized dark ingots, we are going to need refined fuel. So to make that, you can use various things. I'm using coal. We've got a lot of coal. We should be fine. So basically we are pulverizing coal. That gives us pulverized coal, obviously. It also gives us a byproduct of sulfur, which just goes down here. The pulverized coal will go into a magma crucible and will be turned into liquefied coal. Right now we still have some crude oil, which is from the oil sands, and then I sort of realized I need the oil sands for the bitumen instead, so that's why I've changed it. And that crude oil liquefied coal will go into a fractionating still and make naphtha. The naphtha also, this production of this, I think is a 50% chance of making tar, so that where this comes from, which will also just go into this induction smelter, and the naphtha will go into a fractionating still and be converted into refined fuel, also a bit of sulfur. And if we put this is still off, there we go, if we put that in a fluid transposer with the dark ingots, we get ourselves energized dark ingots, and it's pretty much automated. Is that not the quest? I need 8. Okay, is that enough? Perfect. So that's our little setup, and that is useful, and we need this. And while we need it for lots of things, I specifically want it for one thing in particular, and that is the exchanging gadget, because I want to work on the base, and right now the base sucks. It is a thumbs down bad base. I've designed it a little bit in a test world and I'm quite happy. These are sort of the block palette we're going for, but to actually do it efficiently I will need the exchanging gadget. So that's my goal. We already have a builders one, that's not a problem. We can make a destruction one fairly easily. Vibrant alloy, I will need to make an alloy smelter. I think we can do that. We are also going to need hyperdiamonds and operation processors, so that's slightly more of a rabbit hole. To get these operation processors, it is just an inscriber recipe, but we need a printed operation circuit which comes from Mithril. Mithril we are working towards. It's basically some mana dust, platinum and demon lord ingots in a arc furnace. We don't need much for this specific project, but we will need lots in the future. To make mana dust we will need RF powder and then 4 different dusts, which we will be working on very soon. And that makes mana dust. The other thing we need is the hyperdiamond, and that is made by exploding industrial grade graphite dust, which is basically smelted industrial grade graphite ore. Actually we'll crush it because then we get 2, and that is hop graphite bars, which is just cooked coal, I think, yep, and dark stone, which is just stone and dark steel, hence why we wanted the energized dark. So now we can actually make the dark steel. So that part's basically done. It is the this mana dust that we are specifically wanting. I'm also going to want Mithril to be able to make a fluid storage bus because we need the operation processors to be able to do that. Our first proper task of the episode is is to semi-automate these 4 powders. And they all have a fairly standard way to automate. Basically, where I always get confused because the fluid transposer is just a bucket. So they all have fluid transposer recipes. If we use liquid XP, we can see, oh, it does several things, but basically snowballs, we get bliss powder, niter, we get blitz powder, sulfur, we get blaze powder, and pulverized obsidian, we get basal's powder. So we want to be able to make snowballs, niter, sulfur, and pulverized obsidian. So for all of these, we are going to need a fluid transposer. And of course, we are now out of buckets. Oh good, I've got enough iron plates. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then now we can have, yay, there we go, fluid transposers. We are definitely going to need some more tin plates. So for the blaze powder, we are just going to use the sulfur outputs we have from our Energized dark setup, because that's probably the best way that we can do it right now, apart from just straight up mining it. Now, we are going to need an infinite water source for the next bit. So to begin doing that, I am going to put some terramos, some water bottles, and some jugonia into our Fey crafter, and this will give us 4 endeavours, which is an infinite water source in its own right. Oh, they've changed the recipe for this. Used to be 2 dark steel, now it's only 1. That's nice. We are going to make an unending bowl from roots, which is just a more compact and better version. We need to get into Ender.io to be able to make dark steel, and to do that I need a bucket of blazing pyrotheum. And this is what we are doing with our blazing pyrotheum, which you can't really see. Basically, if you put it in the center of the floor and then sort of surround bits like a gap away, so there's it goes pyrotheum, bedrock, netherrack on all the sides, this is a very effective way of getting grains of infinity, which well, it should be. We haven't got, I got 12 before. We should be getting some more, hopefully. It was literally working, and then I moved some stuff, so hopefully it's still working. Oh, we're on 13. Good. I think it's working. Oh yes, there we go, it is working. So every time a fire goes on a bedrock, it has a chance of, when it goes out, to make a grain of infinity. So this is, maybe I'll move that one just so I can actually access it, but this is basically just a good way of getting them more efficiently than just lighting things on fire. You already have 14. Very nice. I think there is a slight issue where that hopper doesn't really have the best range in the world. It should be alright, I would think. Hopefully we're getting enough. Are we? Yes, we're getting plenty. And I've chunk loaded it. We should be good. And I've already got 18, which is actually really, really fast. And with our grains of infinity, I am not prepared. Now I am prepared. We are going to make 2 simple machine chassis. And with a few other bits of bobs, we are going to turn the machine chassis into not enough of what I wanted. And now we've got a few more furnaces that are 2 simple alloy smelters. And we need 2 because I want to eventually convert them into a normal alloy smelter, which requires dark steel and stuff. We technically will just use the 1 for now. Should be fine. And we are going to start making our first dark steel, and this will take a very long time. We need 8 dark steel to actually be able to make ourselves the alloy smelter, which isn't painfully slow. And we're also going to need a little bit more, actually. We're going to need 12, so we just have to wait. And now we have a singular dark steel. We are going to take our end of our pieces and a dark steel, and ta-da, we will now have ourselves an unending bowl. And we'll need water for a few things, but one of the things we will need it for is a glacial precipitator, which will allow us to make snowballs. Night is probably one of the more complicated ones. We are going to need a pulverizer as well as an igneous extruder, and this will allow us to make sandstone and pulverize the sandstone, which has a 40% chance of giving us niter. Similarly, for obsidian, we are also going to want a pulverizer, an igneous extruder, but we also want a magma crucible. If I get some nether bricks, there we go, and this will allow us to make lava. I think I have a loop. Yes, I do have one, so that will make lava more easily, which also means we probably need 1 more igneous extruder to be able to make cobblestone. Okay, I've just made some bits and bobs, which I normally hate doing. Oh, is this enough? it is, in fact, enough, which is great because I don't actually have everything. So give me a second. I'm not very well prepared. And now I can make my simple machine chassis and then an industrial machine chassis. Is that a quest? It is. And I thought MBT was going to cause a problem, but it's not. We can then convert our two simple alloy smelters into a normal alloy smelter with a basic capacitor. And now I can place this down, chuck the capacitor in. We're just going to do a basic one, and I do need to cook up a little bit of glass so that I can make some conduits. Okay, I've just set up our first one, which is arguably the most complicated. We have our igneous extruder making cobblestone. That goes into the magma crucible, where very slowly it creates lava. Even though it greatly increases lava production speed, it's still slow. That goes into an igneous extruder with some water to make obsidian, which is then pulverized into pulverized obsidian and finally inserted into the fluid transposer, which at this point isn't doing anything. My main bottleneck is that I need a lot of conduit binder. I don't have a whole lot of conduit binder, so it's slowing me down because it's so much easier with these to have conduits instead of anything else, because then I can just use the backside and it'll look nice and neat. Also, because I've had a break for a while, I have absolutely no idea where my excavators are, so that's going to be fun. And now I have completed it. I know I didn't explain them all step by step, but I wanted to hook up the experience, so let's just quickly go over the rest of it. So for blaze powder, we just have a fluid transposer here, and we have item conduits from down below feeding into it so that we have sulfur. The Liz powder is easy. The glacial precipitator has water and it goes straight into a fluid transposer after snowballs are made. And finally, for the niter, we have an igneous extruder making sandstone, which gets pulverized for our 40% chance of niter. We can't make the thing that increases it because it's locked behind like crystalline brown slime or something, and that makes us blitz powder. So there we go, that's all 4 of them. They're all incredibly slow, as expected. And also I haven't automated the XP. I will eventually connect a fluid storage bus to the XP downstairs and then send it up. Right now I'm just swapping drums over. And now we are going to make 2 of every dust. So there's pyrotheum dust, cryotheum dust, aerotheum dust, and finally petrotheum dust. And that should be all of them. And then we are going to convert these into mana dust. So that's 2 mana dust. Is that? I didn't actually check the quest. Maybe it wants 4. It does want 4. Typical. And that should be our quest. Lovely. I found it. It's here. And this isn't going to be an automatic setup right now. I will do it soon once we have a bit more of a buffer, but I am going to melt a bit of cryotheum to get gelid cryotheum, and then I will fluid transpose some cinnabar ore so that we can have cinnabar. There are other ways to do it. Pulverizing redstone also gets you cinnabar, which I think I will do as well soon, apart from the fact that I have not got any redstone ore. And actually that has given me some... Aha! Now I know why this one's in the wrong place. Please. Oh dear, we're backed up on tar. Stop. Why is that not going in? Aha! I see the issue. Right, don't know what I'm going on about. Anyway, the induction smelter, this one is the one that's meant to have this, so that's not all the cinnabar gets used up when we put nickel in here and get our platinum. But we already have a bit of platinum for now, so we're alright. And I just made some more Demon Lord. If I add them and the mana dust, there we go. That will give us our first 4 ingots of mithril. Ta-da! Here we are, and that should be a quest. Yes, amazing. So now we can finally make our operation processes. And just to speed it up for myself, I can, speed it up. I mean, I can literally just chuck it here very temporarily. So there are printed operation circuits. Okay, we only need 1 actually for the quest. And this should squish. Oh, is that not upside down? Apparently it doesn't matter. There we go. This should give me our operation processor. I think we're going to take the platinum for that. And ta-da! 2. That's perfect. Okay, so I need to now make 2 darkstone. And I think this is a quest, but... Oh, it is. It's a quest. just right there, so that's fine. I've also upgraded our capacitor in here to an octactic because it was actually fairly cheap, so it wasn't really an issue. I do need to make more dark steel, but at least now it will be a bit faster. And oops, I fell. I need to stop using this to get literally everywhere, but with some... Okay, we're not ready. I hadn't turned the coal into graphite, but now I have done that because I remembered, and we will chuck all of this into here and we will get industrial grade graphite ore. Ta-da! 4 industrial grade graphite ore, and if we put this in the enrichment chamber, we should get 2. I've actually made too much. That's fine. Can never make too much in DJ2. And we are just going to come outside here to do this because obviously we don't want to make a big mess. TNT down, graphite dust on the floor, and oh, it actually attracts to it, so it makes sure it blows up. That's very nice. And that should be for 8 Hyperdiamonds. And now we should be able to make ourselves the exchanging gadget finally, which is actually amazing. And now we have that, I should be able to start working properly on the base rather than progressing, because who wants to progress when I can make the base look nice? My other new issue, now I've been away for a while, is I can't remember the exact excavator shape off the top of my head anymore, which is a little bit of a shame. It's alright, I'm sure I'll figure it out. I'm actually going to go and see if there's any useful veins in this room, because it would be nice to have power access rather than just transporting a energy cube all over the place. Aha! I have found what I'm looking for. It's not in the best location. In fact, it's pretty far away from everything, but I found it. I think I will probably still do the energy cube thing. I don't really have a lot of power cables right now, but I want silt. Why on earth would I want a silt vein? Well, basically, I just do. Okay, is this input from the back? Lovely. Fill up. Oh, that's filling up really fast, actually. That's nice. Anyway, I want a silt vein because for some reason, one of the blocks I want to build quite a lot with is dried clay from Tinker's Construct, which in itself is actually just a really stupid idea because it's a pain in the bottom and it takes a really long time to make. But needs must, to coin a phrase, and it's the one that I want to build with. However mildly annoying and frustrating that is going to be for me. And we have issues. Yay, perfect. Okay, let's hope this is fine and we don't have any problems. Yep, don't dig out the floor. Probably gonna dig the floor. Don't. Oh no, it's not. Perfect. We will get a bunch of stuff I don't care about. Salt, for example. We're gonna get quite a bit of salt. Some aquamarine shale, which is not very important. Gravel and sand, which I guess is still somewhat useful, but mostly clay. 30% clay, which is going to be very useful. Exactly what I wanted. Right, we're going to test the setup live on camera. Basically, we put clay in here. Aha, it works. It extracts and it fills up many drying racks. We have a stack of drying racks. It's lovely. We didn't have a stack of clay. Now, the issue is it takes 6 whole minutes to dry into dried clay. 6 minutes, that's a long time, which is why I kind of wanted to automate it. And then once it's done, well, it won't extract on its own because we don't actually have any. But as soon as we have some, I will extract it. And we should be good. We just need a lot of clay that I don't really have. So that's why we wanted this guy over here who's collecting clay for us. We should be fine somewhat, but the whole floor wants to be this, so it's not the best. So it's been quite a lot of time later, and I have made a bit of progress on the base. It's not anywhere near done, but I feel I need to actually do some progress now. So this is our new entrance hall. I have made these pillars with little little tiles. I'm not sure about how accurate the circle are, but because the pillars are so circular, I couldn't just have a blocky circle. So we've got this one. We've got lava on the floor. Again, I think I want to do something more with the ceiling. And yeah, I put all these bricks on myself. If there's any mistakes, I apologize. I did a few hand by hand and then I copied a lot and then did big sections of them because it was quicker. Then we have the next room. I'm not sure about these yet. I'm not entirely sure if that's correct or not, but yes, we have replaced the big stone pillars with actual pillars. There's a few sort of dots about, so bear that in mind, but I think that looks pretty cool. And this room's not completely finished. I had to get rid of the clay thing from there. Yeah, obviously this isn't completely finished, but I think it looks pretty cool. And if we pop into here, well, I've not completely done this room either. It's not had the wall tiles, but I was being lazy. So we have these sort of molten iron things. Starlight gave me this idea. They said lava. I've gone for molten iron just because I think it looks a bit more cool and dwarfy if we have that. And that's also up here as well. So I think that just looks a bit extra cool. But yes, this took a long time, and it's probably why the video is extra late, because I wanted to make this look nice. If you're wondering, I filmed this on the 12th of March and now it is now the 16th. I didn't do this the whole time, obviously, but I can only record certain days, and that's in the way. Be gone. Thank you. Put that in my special box. But yeah, I think I'm pretty pleased with it. It's going to obviously expand, be better. I'm going to add detail. Obviously, this isn't finished, but we have things to be getting on with. And before we continue, I've just set up the excavator now to get us some iron and some gold. We have a magnetite vein. We are running low on both. I thought that was maybe a good idea. This is so ugly. I don't know why I did everything but this little terminal, but it's okay. We love him. I don't know why I find that so funny. Just so goofy. Or whatever. Yeah, so what's next? I don't know. We have somewhat started this chapter, but I think we need to continue a bit with Ender IO. Oh no, that's the enchanter. I was looking for this. That's a way off. So, the most annoying thing I find... Okay, that's all the stuff I don't need anymore. That can go. Oh no, I got rid of the chest. I like having that there. Okay, we are going to want to make a lot of annoying things very soon, which require dyes. So I'm going to try and make a bunch of these because I know I really hate making them, which means we need organic, green and brown. I think I've got some cocoa. I do, but not very many. I'll get some log. I've got jungle ones. That's fine. I'll go put this somewhere where we can sort of farm it. I think I should have plenty of... Oh my god, I've got tons of bones. So it shouldn't be... I forget that I've actually connected this system to my mob farm because normally I don't bother doing that. So it's nice to see that I have everything accessible to me. So yeah, okay, that's the plan. I'm gonna go do the thing. Can you tell I'm not used to filming? I'm such a yapper. I don't want to turn all of these into simple machine chassis. We're going to go for 16. I think that's good enough. And then, oh, okay, we're going to need let's make a stack of... Okay, we can make 48. That's all we can do. I don't actually know how much dark steel I have. Okay, enough to do 8. Let's go for 8. And we want to turn some of these into soul machine chassis. We won't have any of that. We want at least... Let's make a stack of this. Perfect. We want... Oh, I need solium. I haven't got that. What am I trying to say? Yeah, I want at least 3 for actual machines. So 1 for the experience obelisk, 1 for the soul binder, and 1 for the slice and splice. So that's at least 3, but we're also going to need them to make enhanced machine chassis, which we need quite a few of coming up. I'm also making some more refined obsidian over here so that we can have some more dark steel. Where's my osmium compressor? Is it here? Cool. That's slow. This is fine. Sometimes the little tiles just bug a little bit and they will sort themselves out eventually. So ignore that. Okay, so let's just make all 8 of those. Why not? So we want to make... Let me just make sure I've got the quest. Lovely. So we want a soul binder, which apparently we can just make. We also want a slice and splice, which we can almost make. And this should be our slice and not splice because we need some more dark shears. I don't care if that's less effective. There we go. Now we can make it. Perfect. And I will need another one of these to put in it and another dark steel axe because that's just more effective. Oh, also there's now been a new update to the pack, which I haven't updated. Probably should, but I haven't. So this doesn't work anymore. The tick accelerating, that's not a thing. It doesn't work anymore, which is a shame. So really I shouldn't have this, but I've not updated because I sort of don't want this to not work. And I know technically it's cheating, but I think we would struggle a lot more without it. And literally everyone else who's played the pack has had this. So why should I update to make my life more difficult? We'll see. If people think it is incredibly cheaty, even though it's been in the pack for many years, then we will get rid of it. But I don't mind being slightly assisted for now. Okay, slice and splice is working. We are making some Z logic controllers. I've just realized I need to do something else, and that is is make some fused quartz, which I just hadn't got around to. I've got octactic capacitors in all of these. This isn't the fastest for auto input, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter. I'm just making a bunch of these because we need them to make soul vials, and also I'm sure we'll need them. We need them for item filters, augments, reinforced. Yeah, I mean, we need them for a couple of things. It's not a big deal. We don't particularly need a soul vial right now, I don't think, but I'm going to make 2 because it's nice to have, and it also means we can move things around a little easier. And that's so we can have the quest and... oh, do I have to pick up the soul binder again? And there we go, now we have this one. So that's almost all of the Ender IO section complete, but I would like to make an experience obelisk. And because we're making this, I also want to make a fluid storage bus. So I'm going to make a fluid export bus. We are going to make a fluid import bus, which I assume, there we go. Oh, we don't have any pistons. There we go. One fluid import bus. And can I make a fluid storage bus? I can indeed. I don't know what ME cable we've got down there. We shall bring it all. And this will just mean that I can import the EXP that I am getting from my mob farm into my, I don't know what to call it, the system in which I am making the dust to make the mithril thing, whatever. Oh, it's purple and lovely. So 1 fluid storage bus. I think we've got enough channels. We should be fine. And we want this to be extra only. And obviously we'll be changing, oh, this is full. Well, we'll be changing that very shortly. And I think this is correct. To actually view it, we need to make ourselves the ME fluid terminal, which let's just put it there. And there we go. We can see how much liquid XP we have. Woo, that was well done, me. Oh no, I've put my tank in here. Oh no. Phew, it came out. Sometimes it doesn't come out. I was panicking for an actual reason and not because I'm silly. But yay, now we have this sorted. So let me continue making our thing. I think I had one of those already. Oh no, I've got a tome of knowledge. Tome, it doesn't like me because of MBT block. So we want the vibrant alloy here and the solarium blocks, and this will give us our experience rod. And is that everything? No, I need way more demon lord. I don't know if I'm going to have enough of this or not. No. Right, that should be a reinforced large drum, and there is our experience obelisk. So let's just head down and hook this up. So here we are down here. I am going to replace this. I'm going to chuck this in instead. I'm going to store all my XP, 140 levels, and we're going to put this here, and we are going to pull. So we should be filling up from this barrel as well, and we will have lots of experience. And just for fun, let's see how much we have. We have tons of liquid XP, and it's all in this fluid terminal, which is very cool and very fancy, and I'm very pleased. I need to hook it up through here, but I have not done that, and I don't think I've got an AE connection in here yet. And I am lazy. How much of this have we got? Not that much. Can I, out of curiosity, out of pure laziness? No, that's not a thing. That's a shame. I will need more mithril. The issue is I can make more mithril, but I don't have niter. So yeah, that's my main bottleneck. And I think that's probably a good place to end today's episode. We basically got through a bunch of chapter 10, most of the Ender IO stuff. We got mithril, we got some fluid storage for 82. I made a base. I think we have done pretty good progress today. So sorry this one's a bit late. Like I said in my post, I have been in Australia for 3 weeks. I also got back into Neopets. That's not why it's late, but that's something to do with Australia. There was a Neopet exhibition. I was excited. If you want to be Neopet friends, my name is Snog. I think that's how it works. I don't know. I never think I've ever had any friends on Neopets before because I never really understood how the website worked when I was younger. I can't promise videos will be regular for a little bit longer. I'm building a backlog up, but I'm also busy. I'm also going to go home for Easter where I won't be able to record videos for a little bit. If you want actual updates on when videos are coming, join the Discord. They will be much more up to date than anything I post in the YouTube post bit because I don't like to annoy that many people, but I like to annoy people on Discord. So join the Discord if you actually want to know when I might be uploading. Anyway, enough rambling. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.